So on behalf of the Himalayan Club, I'd like to welcome you to our talk this evening and welcome to all of you as well as Prem, our speaker. I'll just give a quick introduction about Prem and in the sense that what was our motivation to request him to give a talk today. So I would say that among our generation of new climbers, young climbers who are coming on the scene thick and fast, I think he would be definitely in the forefront. And if I look at the career which through which he's gained his experience, that's really interesting. Many folks, younger people, are just motivated to run and climb Everest and come back, and consider that as the end achievement or the end result. I don't think that's at all his mindset, which is really good, because the endeavor should ideally be that you learn the mountaineering the hard way, and also be active in the Indian Himalaya where the opportunity is immense. So I'll quickly just go through a little bit background about Prem. He is originally from Arunachal Pradesh. He came into Delhi to study and later joined Delhi University. He was at Aryabhatta College, which is one of the only two colleges in Delhi University which has an active trekking and adventure club. And I think that's really good to see that the college had it. His mentor is Harish Dhawan. I don't know if he's come here today. Yeah, okay. He was the one who was one of the professors in college who initiated and got the club going. And 3 expeditions he went with the adventure club at college, and subsequently did his courses at HMI, and then started his climbing career. So he's gone about it, I think, in the perfect way, I would think. Started with treks, got a feel of the whole mountain scenario, did his courses, and started with Deo Tibba, which is around a 6,000 meter peak, gets you going. Then he did Satopanth, and finally he did Everest, and after that he's done Nun and a whole host of peaks overseas as well. So I would say at a young age he's done a whole lot, and in the right way, and with the right approach, and that's what we feel. He's a good role model for young climbers to look at. So I'll just request Prem to start his presentation.
I'm going to take you all through a photo journey of 3 or 4 expeditions, depending on the time, and I'm going to tell you at the end of it what exactly have I learned from this expedition, and how these little learnings can be very important in the life of not just somebody who loves the mountain, likes to go out, but also regular people who just stay here and go about their lives. But before I get started, I must tell you, it feels just like yesterday that I was sitting somewhere there, eagerly attending all the talks that were happening in the city about mountaineering, listening to these epic stories of adventure, and thinking about going on my journey one day. Didn't realize that transition over to this side will happen that soon. Thank you so much, Mountaineer, for this opportunity again. Why I'm telling you this about the transition thing is that I want everybody who's here right now and everybody who has that epic adventure waiting in you to get out there and take the first step, because you wouldn't know how soon that transition would happen when you go on from being a dreamer, being a beginner, to being an expert in your field. It's very, very smooth, it's very seamless, it's very unnoticeable if you start to passionately follow your dreams. Now, all you have to do is, like I said, take the first step, and in our mountaineering circles we have this saying that to reach the top of the mountain, all you have to do is keep one step in front of the other. Well, I think that's enough motivation for the day before you start shooing me away. Let's begin with the talk. I'd like to thank you all for taking time out and being here today. It's indeed a great pleasure to be speaking to an audience which not only appreciates what we do, but also understands the detail of it. Are you sure you can hear me without this? Yeah. So can we do it without this? Because it keeps coming and going, right? So yeah, thank you all for being here, taking time out and being here today. And it's indeed a great pleasure to be speaking to a crowd, an audience which not only appreciates what we do, but also understands the details, the so-called intricacies of it. It's beautiful to be standing here in front of an audience where I can not only I can speak about the philosophical, the human side of climbing as well, and not just the factual side of it. An audience in front of whom I possibly won't be asked questions like, how do you sleep in the snow? Or, what do you eat there? Or even, dude, how do you take a dump? Well, trust me, I've been asked way worse questions. So, at least in this audience, I won't be asked that question. And like the talk says, why do we climb? So this is a question I've been asked at various occasions, across various talks, across various places that I've been. And today I'm going to answer this question in my own very way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I said, take you through a photo journey of 3 expeditions. And at the end of it, I'm going to tell you what exactly as a person have I learned out of these expeditions. And I'll let you decide whether or not these things, these qualities, these learnings that we accumulate as mountain climbers, or any person who indulges in adventure, will or not these learnings be instrumental in making him or her a better citizen of the world, a better person, and in a certain way which will make the society a better place to be in.